Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today we're looking in on a deck that was a request from Aothen, mega patron supporter, mega Twitch supporter, has gifted more subs on my channel than possibly anyone. He's up there with Adamant MTG. Those two have gifted a lot of subs on my Twitch channel. But he requested a deck built around Liliana Untouched by Death. And so that's zombies, and I came up with a little green-black zombie list that I hope you like. I hope it does the request proud. As we see right here, I've got some issues, as I got some cards that require things in the graveyard, and I got nothing to put things in the graveyard. Still, it's a keeper hand. We got the Marshal. He's ready to come do his work. We got the Reaper. Reaper's always down for some gaming. So let's get it going with a 3-2 for 2 mana. Apply some beat down. Danitrus is gonna wait and decide that search for his count is where they want to be. Hey, there's a Stitcher Supplier. That puts stuff in the yard. Still, I think the play for this turn is the Midnight Reaper. So if the opponent starts killing our stuff, at least we'll draw cards because of it. Green-black zombies. Yep, this is what the zombie tribe has come to. Gotta team up with elves. Weird stuff. Weird times, my friends. Let's shoot some lightning out of, the fidget. Gotta wait for the opponent to do their thing. We'll just shoot all this lightning around. Let's scare these birds. We'll make the giant jump around. I don't know if y'all seen this, with the giant swinging his shoulders. All right, so the opponent says go. I think before, maybe the opponent will miss that I can potentially make a zombie with the Graveyard Marshal if I hit a creature here, so I'm going to go for the Supplier before combat. Alright, we hit 2 creatures. A Glowspore and a Lich. Let's send in the beats. A lot of beats. Take it. Takes it. Alrighty. Hey, cool. Our opponent did nothing with their turn. Maybe they were holding up a counter spell, maybe a Syncopate or a Disdainful Stroke or an Essence Scatter that they didn't want to use on a Stitcher Supplier. Is it Ritual of Sit time? Is it that time? It's Golden Demise time. This says non-token creatures, so making a zombie token here wouldn't do us much good. So away we go. But I'm gonna draw cards. Oh yes, there will be cards. And there's a Memorial to Folly. Did I bin a Memorial to Folly? I did not bin any special land. So our Molderhulk, which gets a land out of our graveyard and now is super cheap, will not get us a special land. But there will be one in the near future. Alright, yeah, let's go with you. It even gets the land untapped, so we'll take the Cemetery instead of the Tomb. We'll play another Midnight Reaper, and I'll also play another Stitcher Supplier, because that gives us 3 bodies on the battlefield, and if the opponent sweeps us again, we draw a whole bunch more cards. And now there's a Memorial to Folly. You see the World Shaper. When it dies, put all land cards from your graveyard onto the battlefield. It also mills for 3 whenever it attacks. It's a horrific hill giant, but it's in the deck. Why? Because I'm a maniac. Because I'm nuts. So you're gonna kill that? Is that what's up? Contempt. I understand. I'd hate it if someone were Molderhulking all over me too. Alright. Bring the pain. Keep the damage high. Our opponent's still a ways off of his Conta flips. Let's look in the graveyard. There is another Molderhulk. There is a bunch of... There's 2 lands, but one of them is a Memorial to Folly. So I'll play this Memorial to Folly. I'll play this Graveyard Marshal, which can make a dork. And next turn we can start up the Molderhulk shenanigans all over again. Or we could World Shape, which could also be pretty nutty. You're seeing the power of the Midnight Reaper. The card's holding up great. Let's go ahead and use our Graveyard Marshal. We won't miss one of these creatures. So what creature are we exiling? I can't flash this back. Liliana can bring back zombies, so I'll target the non-zombie. This will die. I'll draw a card. Thank you. If anybody's extra worried about the search for Azcanta, we do have a Field of Ruin lurking in the deck, and with Molderhulk getting back land, I'm sure even if we mill it, we can make it happen. And our opponent's passing that turn. What to do with ourselves? Memorial to Folly here can get the World Shaper, which is pretty tight, unless they exile it. It can get the Molderhulk, which is just the loop. It can also get Underrealm Lich, which is also a pain in the butt, but not good if exiled. Let's open the party with attacking. See if the opponent has anything that they want to say about this and this and this. No? Alright. Let's get ourselves the Hulk. It might get countered. There's a chance. Yep, there it is. Ah, how unfun. That's alright. I got more things. And I'll get the Memorial to Folly with the Glowspore Shaman, so I can get back the Molderhulk. You get what I'm doing. The endless Molderhulk shenanigans. Our opponent has flipped their search for Azcanta. Ta-da! They have put all these basic, you know, the usual suspects from blue and black. So that'll draw me some cards. I'll get 3 cards thanks to the Midnight Reaper. It does suck that the mill happened first. If I had ordered my triggers, that wouldn't have happened. And being all land, that is not cool. Wow. Just wow, my friends. Just when we thought we had a game. Let's blow up this Azcanta, shall we? Thank God I had more lands in my deck. Got scared about that at the very last minute, that I might not have basics left, but oh well. I'll hold up the activating of the Arch and the Necrotic Wound for whatever the opponent wants to kill me with. Looks like that's the answer. But I'll rather draw a card right now than kill that. Not a big opportunity lost. That's a lot of land in a row. Oh! Oh, hello! Let me test the waters first. Maybe the opponent wants to counter this if they have one. Okay. So, do you have an Essence Scatter? The slow roll! The slowest of rolls! And the game goes on. And they draw a Disinformation Campaign. The slowest of rolls, my friends. Holy cow. But it's in the graveyard now. The Memorials to Folly can do it. Our opponent's hand is empty. I guess I can see what I would draw. Alright, another Supplier. It's fine. Get me the Folly. Bring this out. Mill myself some more. Alright, the Lotleth Giant returns next turn. Why? I don't know. I threw it in there because I think I was scared of Turbo Fog. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But that was... Oh, we had a game. Our opponent almost pulled that off. That was stunningly close. Let's have a look at the deck. And what we got here is just a good old pile. Curve isn't bad. It's a little high on the end, but for good reason. We're usually playing Molderhulk for a lot less than what the sticker price says. It's usually more in here, like a 4-drop or something like that. But it all depends. So zombies. We got a zombie theme going, so we can play Death Baron with all these zombies. I would strongly recommend, if you have the crafties, to craft another Graveyard Marshal, another Midnight Reaper, and another Liliana Untouched by Death. You can cut out the World Shapers, and you can cut either a Glowspore Shaman or a land, or the Lotleth Giant maybe, or one of the Liches, and go up on Liliana's Midnight Reapers and Graveyard Marshals. They're really the engine that makes the deck, along with the Shamans and Suppliers putting stuff into the graveyard for the Molderhulks, which are also zombies. But I didn't have all the wild cards available at the time I made this video. And yeah, even I run out of rare and mythics sometimes. 6 mythics. What am I saying? Busted, but no rares. Still, I like to craft 3-ofs on my mythics and hope to open the last one so I can be happy about it. Foot, mouth. Don't ignore, just ignore me, everybody. I've got these special lands down here. Sometimes the Carnage Tyrant must die. Evolving Wilds, so that you always do have a land in your graveyard. There's been times where I've tried to Hulk without one. Memorial to Folly is probably the big one, but we also have Arch of Orazca, you saw it there, and a Field of Ruin. Just trying to do some little extra bonus land stuff. Anywho, maybe we'll see the World Shaper shenanigans. It's just kind of extra here. I'm not really sure that it should be in the deck at all, but it's a pretty fun way to build a deck around the Liliana. The self-mill here and the zombie theme here all pay off pretty well. Another card I cut from the deck was the elf, that the green-black 3/4 elf. For some reason, the name is escaping me. Oh, Findbroker, Golgari Findbroker, which can get you back your Lilianas, but didn't make the final cut of the deck for World Shaper instead. I'd be perfectly fine with running a Findbroker there if you don't want to craft World Shaper. I wouldn't craft World Shaper just for this deck if I were you. There's probably some other shenanigans that can be done with the World Shaper. Alright, let's start Glowsporing. These are actually really useful to hit your lands. But do I want an Evolving Wilds? I don't know if I want that. I don't really want to draw that. I'd rather draw an untapped land and play my Midnight Reaper. You saw the effect of Midnight Reaper in the control matchup. Pretty great card. Probably an under the radar card at this stage. Yeah, there we go. We play the Reaper first because we definitely want to draw a card if our creature dies, and our opponent's taking the trade. I'm stunned. I thought it was unlikely to happen anyway, but now I even get a bonus card for it? Maybe the opponent's a secret burn deck and they're trying to burn me out with my Midnight Reaper. All the memorials. Our opponent is a memorial deck. Alright. Let's let Liliana run the yard for a minute. Start milling ourselves.
What is more, Liliana? I'm not just feared.
And I think we missed trophy and a land, but still, fill that graveyard. Make that graveyard work for you, lady. Please don't die without doing anything. Please don't be Vraska's contempted. Not like this. But I guess our opponent, if they contempt Liliana, are not contempting the Reaper. There is that. We could also minus her here. What would we get? There's a giant. There's no other zombies. It's pretty awkward. But I guess I can attack with my Midnight Reaper and see if the opponent wants to do anything about that first, and then maybe replay it. Alright. Now I'll play the Supplier. See if that makes me change my mind. Any zombies I want. There's some Molderhulks. What is my undergrowth count? 5? These are 7, so it would be 4 mana. So I don't have enough mana for that. Let's try a Glowspore. My options are all this stuff. I actually don't think I need a land right now. We're doing fine. We got 2 Follies in our hand. Would have had to mill it anyway.
I value moral flexibility.
Got you that time. Citrus Supplier hitting the bin. And this time we can recast a Midnight Reaper from the graveyard next turn, so that's pretty good. So that was a pretty good turn. Lots of stuff happening. Our opponent waiting till the last minute to fire this Assassin's Trophy. I don't understand, but We have one basic land left in the deck. That's important to know for Field of Ruin. And now Golden Demise will take out our creatures, but just like the last game, Midnight Reaper is gonna restock the hand aggressively. And another Liliana. And here's my opponent's Llanowar Elf, UB. Not worth throwing a trophy at. I'm tempted just to get the Liliana going again, because if I ever untap with Liliana and a lot of mana, a lot of weirdness can happen. I can also Liliana and play a Hulk right now. Is that the right play? If I Hulk and get a land, can I get another Hulk? I think I can. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. So check it out. Liliana, we're gonna minus it right away. Cast zombie cards from our graveyard.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun indeed. We'll go get this Hulk and go get a Woodland Cemetery and go get another Hulk and go get a Woodland Cemetery and go get a Citrus Supplier. Ta-da! That's pretty fun. That is the best Liliana Untouched by Death I've had in a minute, putting out 13 points of power. That's the sweetness right there, my friends. And extra spooky, you know, Halloween, zombie tribal. So, flavorful too. Alright, you killed that. I'll Memorial to Folly it back. It's kind of nauseating when you think about it.
I have a deliciously morbid idea.
But how much, hold on. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why can't I count? 9, 10. So that's not enough to Memorial to Folly and cast the Lotleth Giant. Unfortunately. We could get the Lich, which is always fun. We'll just set that up for next turn, though. We'll be ready next turn. Hulk. Hulk. Folly. Keep volleying it up. Let's go ahead and move in with our 6/6. Chumps. Sure. We'll play a Marshal, and because I don't think my life total's too important, we'll pay 2 life, and we'll play another Marshal. And we probably won't need the Lotleth Giant, but our opponent now is on 12. And they don't want to stick around to see the Lotleth Giant finish the job. You could also throw in 1,000 Eyes, 1,000 Eyes to make a bajillion bugs, which is another fun way to handle the game. I think any of those are a pretty sweet way to close out games with this baby. Up next, Dizoni. Maybe that's how you say it. Dizoni. And sure, why not? There goes a Scorpion. Go, little Scorpion. Oh, the final test of any deck. How well do you lose to red? Whether or not, I really don't want to ever pay 2 life for this. So I'm going to lead with this tapped. I may regret this later. Tough decision, but against red, I feel like I have to. So how do we gain life? I guess Liliana can do it. Oh, we got Boros. Maybe it's not mono red. Maybe we're just a little bit of Goblin Pirate. No, we're still Steamkinning. Okay. Ramping my opponent and their Steamkin seems really bad, but I don't know what choice I truly have. There's probably something bigger, though, on the horizon if my opponent's also playing white. Let's send out the Marshal to its doom. Take a whole bunch of damage. Yeah, this can be really messy really fast. Okay. So this is just some kind of straight Boros, which means only the Legionnaire is coming at me. Oh, you're willing to trade the Steamkin? I'm willing to kill it. Card's freaking pain in the nuts. So I could leave up Trophy, or I could play Reaper and pay life to do it. I think I will leave up Trophy. There might be an Aurelia that I can shoot with my Trophy. What did I tell you? So this is tricky. I'm going to put on full control mode because I don't want this trigger to go on the stack. I want to kill this in my opponent's main phase before the combat step. So I have to turn on full control by hitting shift control. Then without hitting this combat button, I'm going to turn it back off and I'm going to use the Assassin's Trophy. If I don't turn on full control there, it is very possible, it seems to happen every time now, that there's a shortcut that skips right into combat. So if you don't know that trick, it's a good one to know. There's a Death Baron. Midnight Reaper draws a card if it dies. Death Baron does not. I suppose I'll put out the Reaper, it'll die. I'll have to pay a life and I'll draw a card. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which of you wants to die? Both are kind of exposed to the same removals. I'll lead with the Death Baron and play this tapped. Sky Knight only. Our opponent either doesn't have kill spells, which is bad because it means their hand must be mostly threats, or land. Land would be fine. And hopefully if they're threats, they're not big ones. But there's one more card lurking. I'm not sure what it is. I think doubling up our Death Barons is a good way to secure the ground, make them bigger. We're still taking 2 from the Sky Knight, which might just go the distance. It's pretty scary. And we don't have the graveyard enablers like Glowspore and Supplier so far for our Hulks, which is unfortunate. Okay, so that's their card. And it's not a bad one. Oh, you're gonna hold them back? Surely not. Okay, well, we have to block anyway. We don't want to die. The opponent's thinking about using the Firebrand to kill our Barons if we only block the 2/2s, but that wouldn't be my strategy anyway. I'll be chucking my Barons in front of anything. Yeah, there you go. It's having a hard time with picking this out. It is pretty close, but I think the Fanatical Firebrand represents more damage attacking. Both Barons die because they were pumping each other up, and of course our draw isn't going to work out. So we'll just let's put this out. Good game, please finish it. Thank you. Alright, so much more trouble with aggression. Sad to go out on a losing streak, but there you go. Deck is pretty fun. I do hope you'll pick it up and try it out. I think you'll have a pretty good time against mid-range and control, hard time against the red decks, which are oh so popular. But maybe you'll get the right zombie draw and be able to clutter up the board and make the red deck work for their money. Thank you again to the supporter, Aothen, for supporting the channel so much. Has done so much for me. So cheers to you, wherever you are. Whatever I did to earn your favor so much, I appreciate it. And thanks to all of you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.